Hey guys, Mantis here. We're going to do another VOD review on ADC. This game was played around Gold 2, Gold 1, Platinum 4 MMR. And let's just get into it. So right away, as you can see, I'm a little bit distracted, but it's fine, right? I just want to just go over some of the things, maybe the mindset, give you guys some tips and help you climb, right? So the champ select begins. Raptor wants me to swap him, so I do. And then my ego comes and I want to swap set, so I get first pick because that's usually how I am. I have that ego. So I get first pick, lock in the easy. Now for runes and masteries, I want you guys to know that, hold on one second. My runes was pretty poor until I did a little bit of research on Ezreal. So this is Karsa, Mad Lions Karsa. He is like the top Ezreal player according to some random website I looked at. He's like rank 1 Ezreal, and then I noticed that he's doing PTA. I mean, he's doing Conqueror with secondary in the domination tree. And then quickly looking at it, he always does this one, right? He does cut down, bloodline, Conqueror, Ingenious Hunter, Eyeball Collection, offense, and he flexes with the armor. And as you can notice, there's no press the attack. It's all Conqueror, right? So that leads me to say, hey, I should be copying this and using this for my own self, because I've seen some people saying, this is the wrong account. I've seen some people saying press the attack Ezreal is better, and I was doing press the attack for a little bit, but then I lost a couple games. Yeah, it's my own fault, but I tried Fleet. I enjoy first strike more than press the attack, but regardless, we switched it up. All right, we learn from the better players. We take their advice and we adjust. Okay, so if you want to improve quickly, that's what you have to do. All right. So now moving on. That's the exact same runes I used. I don't need to change it because I was playing that last game. And yeah, as you can see, I'm not really paying attention. But then as soon as the game begins, I'm focused up again and we're playing. So immediately I want to cover our entrances, right? So I'm gonna pause it here, just quickly go over the minimap. This entrance right here and the tri-bush right here needs to be covered. Maybe that X is a little bit too big, but yeah, entrance here needs to be covered 100% of the time. You don't want to get invaded for free and lose the game, right? They have Lux, Rengar is good enough, Wukong is good enough, right? So I'm pinging to go. Yumi's not following me. I ping her back, so I E over the wall to cover the entrance. She moves up, and then I move back down. So it's a little bit of like an ego play, and I don't suggest you guys doing this play, but yeah, I'm only human, right? This guy pissed me off, honestly. Like, why is he fucking following me when I'm pinging him back? I'm pinging him to cover, and then even when I move up and move down, he's like, I don't know. In my eyes, he's trolling, but in her eyes, I'm trolling. Regardless of the situation, I started E, and this will immediately put me at a bad spot at the start of the lane, seeing it's a Caitlyn and Lux lane. So right now, I'm telling you, it's gonna be. I'm in trouble town level 1 already. But it doesn't mean the game is over, alright? Even Yumi says you hurt my feelings, whatever. Right? So I said need to cover entrances. She emotes me, whatever. Moving on, release. Okay, so getting to lane, I noticed that there's a lot of Lux players when I pick Ezreal. When I pick Ezreal, there's a lot of Lux players. You can just go here, Lux, Lux, Lux again. Maybe it's just the ELO and gold supports love to play Lux, but yeah. So get used to getting outranged, get used to getting poked out, and get used to giving up spots in which you should be farming, but you just have to give it up and just take EXP instead. So as you can see, the lane starts. Wukong kills Set. That's a great start. I didn't even realize that during the game. I was so focused on my own play. So here they're about to get level 2, so they get level 2. I'm definitely just playing back and waiting for the right moment so I can get level 2, get my Q up, and start farming from a distance, because this lane is really, it just sucks, man. Just getting poked you're gonna get poked all day long. You have to dodge all these spells. If you don't have your Q, you can't farm, and that's exactly what happened. So I'm full mana, and I'm getting pretty much ravaged. So I E here. Lucky for me, Caitlyn didn't start W, or put a point into W. Otherwise, I probably would have been trapped. So now the gank is coming. The wave is pretty big. I don't have my E, but I want to make something happen. So what I do is I flash over the wall and I heal immediately. And that's when Rengar comes. And he pretty much kills us both. I don't think I do. Yeah, I do get the kill on Caitlyn, but as you can see, it's kind of like a crapshoot. Counter ganking is one of the strongest things you can do in League as a jungler. And it's actually pretty impressive that this Rengar was able to do this. So this is how the game starts, right? A lot of players would be very upset, very tilted, and wanting to give up. But obviously, I'm not going to do that. Just kind of a lame start. So I look at the ranks, because like I feel like only a Smurf would gank like that, like the Rengar, the counter gank. So I just want to go check him all, see if he's smurfing or not. Let's see what we see here. So he is 51%, 300 games, plat 3, plat last season, negative win rate on Rengar. So he literally just got lucky with that gank. It was like a challenger play, but it's like he just got lucky with that counter gank. That's what I believe. I believe that he didn't. I don't know. You know what? I don't know. It was just a good gank. I'm just surprised that it happened at this ELO. Pretty deflating for me though. I already started fucking the wrong spell. Lane's looking not pretty done, but lane's looking weird right now for me for sure. So now I'm not gonna be pushing up too much, because I don't really want to get ganked again. But for some reason, Lux didn't come back to lane. I have no idea where she is right now, and that leads me to believe that, okay, if Lux isn't here, then she's probably middle or roaming somewhere, right? So I'm just gonna be looking to play aggressively on this character here, and then boom, Rengar jumps out of nowhere, and then we get the kill. So it's like another amazing gank by this Rengar, and I even alt chat arrows, because I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? So I hear this where I check it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how is this guy even capable of doing this play? Like, it's such a good play. But yeah, this is how this game starts, right? I'm 1-2, the enemy's 2-6. I'm looking at his dual Qs. I'm just like, you can see that his like scores are actually insane on Rengar. 16-7, 14-6, 28-8. And then you look up here, it's just platinum, 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 right? It's kind of strange, but it doesn't look like he's smurfing. It just looks like he's just had the most amazing jungle ganks to kill me. So let's respect to him. Coming back to lane, I know that I need to push the lane in. They just did Drake, and I'm assuming Rengar will come back. So I'm playing here a little bit aggressively, with the understanding that my boy Rengar will be coming to gank me very, very soon. But the longer I wait, the longer I feel like he's not coming. So I get a little bit more comfortable in lane. We sweep that. There's a ward in there. I don't really go for that ward, because I feel like I'm just going to get poked down like that and just die if I go for it. So that's exactly what happens. Caitlyn fucked up her traps by placing it in the brush instead of putting it on me. But that's just the ELO, right? High ELO just gets punished harder. Caitlyn doesn't really know how to punish with Lux. That's the truth. So I E in forward here. I'm trying to bait the Elise here. Did an okay job. We get the Lux flash. I think we do get the kill on Lux. Yeah, we do. Then it's just a matter of backing up. I know that Echo's missing. but I still want to push this lane, so I will. I'm clipping all in on the wave. Like in top lane, you need to push this wave in, but for like bot lane, yeah, it's good to push the lane in too, but it's like almost it's a little bit different. It's like not as necessary, but it's definitely the positive and uh, better play to push the lane in. Top lane, you can get into trouble town if you don't shove, for sure. Okay, so here, I look at Rengar. He has 1 HP. I don't know if you guys caught that. Pause it when I move my cam. Right there. He has 1 HP, Rengar, right there on the side, right here. So I typed to Elise, you can enter his jungle. I said, immediately I type, Rengar is 1 HP, you can enter his jungle. Because it's literally a free Gromp or free Wolves. You know, you can just counter jungle, then do the scuttle later. And then now he does the scuttle, and he goes into his own jungle. So it's good that he doesn't counter jungle now, because he took too long. He should have counter jungled first, and then went for the crab. But he was kind of scared. It makes sense. I would be a little bit scared too, but Rengar was literally 1 HP and he wasn't there. So now the lane is pushing in, like I said, like pushing that wave in. They could have started a freeze, but knowing these players, I don't think they're going to be freezing, right? Especially in bot lane, because it's like standard just to play aggressively and push, especially in this lane. So yeah, it's a matter of just dodging spells, playing it out right, and making sure I don't die to Rengar anymore, right? So here, pause. I know I just pinged their blue buff because I know Rengar will commit to bot lane very, very soon. He's going to commit here because we show top, as in we, the jungler, Elise. So he's going to come down because remember, he had 1 HP. Now he's going to come down to clear his bot side. After he clears bot side, he's going to look for the easy gank on us bottom. Right, that's exactly what he's going to do. I know it already, right? So Cassidy dies. We're going to just sorry for skipping ahead there. We're going to watch the lane. So it's like farming from a distance, farming whatever you can. Like I said, sometimes you're going to be sacrificing CS for EXP in tough lanes, but there's not much you can do here. Like as you can see, I'm just running around my turret. Just waiting. Boom, we see Rengar in the river. I don't know if you guys caught that. We can bring it back. Yeah, we just missed him, but he just showed right here, like, and then Elise is on Rift, right? So right now the play for us is not bot side. The play is the Rift, right? Secure the Rift, survive bot side, and we're good, right? But for some reason, Cassidy roams bottom, and honestly, I really wanted just to channel up my back here and leave, right? Like, you know what? If you want to come bottom, take the fucking wave, but I'm not participating in this because it's a losing play. Why is it a losing play? Because Rengar is going to be ganking bottom very, very soon. So any play like this, we're gonna feed this guy even more, right? So it's like why on earth would we? Oh, there's Rengar, right? So it's just fucking god awful play by this Cassidy, and he should have never came to gank. I personally should have just left because I knew this gank was coming. It's a little bit tilting, but I'm not gonna give up, right? Like there's no reason. So I'm just gonna go mid. I'm like, you know what, Cassidy, you want to fucking troll bottom? You can have the lane, you know, all you. So I go middle. At this point, I'm a little bit upset because like I knew exactly what was gonna happen, right? Like I predicted it mentally, but I guess I just didn't pin cast it back, right? But yeah, so here's another player. Okay, we summon Rift here, right? I have an idea that Rengar is gonna come kill me again. He's just gonna follow me entire game, right? He's already ganked me 3 times. I died 3 times. So any jungler would be like, okay, I'm gonna be looking for this idiot so I can fucking kill him again, right? It's just simple Like once you kill this guy once, two, three times, like it's the fourth time is it really gonna be that much more difficult on the fourth time? Probably not, right? So I'm not gonna go any of these side brushes. I'm gonna be sitting in the middle of the lane like a good boy because I know that Rengar is gonna jump and he's gonna get me, right? And there he is waiting for me. It's frustrating, but it's what's gonna happen. And there you go. As soon as I walk up to the bush, he even feints to uh, jump on me, right? So right here, I'll walk towards the bush, and then he tries to jump on me with his passive, but I'm playing a little bit back. Here I'm playing a little bit more aggressive because I know that my teammates are coming. So this is like a proper bait here, because now she's like, oh, I'm fucking dead now, right? So it's like using their play against them, right? I know that these guys are all gonna drone out and try to kill me because of what I explained earlier. So, I just play around that, right? I see my teammates coming, so it's a good play. So here is another play that Rengar could be sitting right here because he literally watched me walk down here and there's a ward here, right? So instead of droning out and walking down river dying to Rengar, I'm going to go the long way. Sorry, Elise, I can't help you. That's just how it's going to be, right? I'm going to... Even though there's a ward there, I'm not walking up. I already know what's going to happen, right? It's like, there's no point in me dying for free in this spot. So instead, I'm just going to queue over the wall. And if Rengar does show here, you can't really do much about it, right? It's just how it is, right? If Cassidy wants to come down and help, he can come down and help, but it's not my duty to die to Rengar here, right? So now I have like 2 kills, 3 deaths, 2 assists, catching up a little bit, but really, I know that if I step out of line, I'm gonna get ganked again. No doubt about it. So I'm just queuing from a distance. There's a ward in the river there. I was thinking maybe Lux warded. And Yumi's on cast right now, so it's just, play a little bit safe, ward that if you can. Lux is waiting in the bush. I mean, I could have died there if they play that better. But then Rengar shows up at Raptors. I don't know, this is just a bad play by him. It's just the ELO. He wasn't supposed to be there. He probably should have been bot lane again to kill me, right? Like, that was free if he just waited bot lane instead of invading while Echo's at base and Caitlyn is at base too. It's just the overall bad play by him. But it's the ELO, you're going to see that. And I was able to get my R off and him getting an assist and some gold. So I get my item, I buy Sheen. Now, with the build, I think you have to find space to build your boots. But it seems like he even went Sheen and then finished the Mana Moon and then went boots. And in this game, Sheen, Mana Moon, then finish the boots. So that's what you're supposed to do. So I did it incorrectly, my build this game, but I'm still learning, and I'm gonna make the adjustment, no doubt about it, right? You always have to make those adjustments, learn from your mistakes, and get better at the game, right? That's the juice right there. So now I'm feeling a little bit more confident. I got my Mana Moon. I got heal. I got my E. Yumi's juicing me up. I don't really know where Rengar is, but okay, he showed top. So now that he showed top, I'm going to be looking to play aggressive. See that poke right there? Because I know that there's no chance that as soon as I play aggressive, Rengar will show up, right? So this is just the perfect opportunity to play aggressive. Yeah, he's pretty low. I'm going to R here. Boom. I could have played this 100% better. I'm going to be honest with you. But I'm just not skilled enough on the champion. He survived with 1 HP. But that's just, it's execution, right? And execution is something that you can learn and get better over time by practicing the champion. So I'm not too worried about that. I'll get that kill next time, 100%. And even if I don't get the kill 100%, I'll learn from my mistakes and I'll make the adjustments. As always, that's what you're supposed to do. Sorry for skipping ahead. So we sent her back. I don't know where Wukong is. I don't know where Rengar is, but I feel like it's a good spot to push this in. I just want to get damage off on this while Caitlyn's dead. I mean, I tried to get it, but it's like 1 HP. It sucks that we weren't able to get it. But now that Lux is back, I can only assume that the Mr. Cat will be coming to gank me again. But I see Elise here, so I'm going to be walking up here. There's a ward in there. I didn't ping it. They all know it. And then there's a ward in here too. We see Rengar up here. I'm going to EQ and heal the Kassadin. And we get some poke off here, right? Ultimate, try to hit the Echo. Now, it's all positioning here, right? Like, I don't want to position too close to Lux and Caitlyn. But I also want to position in a way that I can escape. It seems like Alicia just zones them off. So I'm just going to take this pink ward and go back to lane. But yeah, I'm glad I was able to save Kassadin in there. And it sucks that we didn't get the kill on Rengar, but that's just how it is sometimes. Now there's 3 middle. So I'm just going to push this. I don't know why they just decided to go 3 middle. It was a weird macro play. But it's definitely has some merit, right? Because if they're able to get this turret, then they're happy, right? But for some reason they weren't able to get the turret, and then we got the turret bottom, so it's like their macro play was really bad there. That's just that low though, right? Nothing new there. 2, 3, and 3. Set almost dies, he survives. I'm really happy about that one. He was able to survive. I see my teammates looking for like a little bit of a cheesy play there, or like, you know, waiting for someone to show up. Here you gotta use your camera to look at the team fight properly and analyze it. I'm not using my camera that well, but you know, it's just that you'll come out ahead more often than not if you use the camera properly here. That was kind of a guess to get that kill, right? And then if I was paying more attention, I could have flash queued on the Caitlyn and probably killed the Lux, because Lux probably would have tried to help her. So it's definitely execution, me not using my how do you say, camera properly. Here I have to flash over. I kind of got caught out. Like again, Echo was just, I don't know what he's doing here, going for the 1v3 play. He was looking for me, but he couldn't find me. I'm a little bit elusive. I know that Rengar's dead, but going to that lane, bot lane, is just suicide. Especially with my HP, and I don't have flash, and the enemies, they know that I'm low resources. So Echo says, talk about no skill. So right there, I can tell that this guy's tilted, and it's a good start, right? Just replay the playlist. What I mean by good start, it's just like we want to see the enemies implode. We want to see them start to, you know, swear at each other, cuss at each other, you know, think that the game is over. And yeah, it's sad kind of like that, but like, you know, you kind of really want to have that. And then boom, players throwing too close to Kassadin. Never gonna be living there. I go up close to maybe help Yuumi. Obviously I should just backed up. I kind of got baited by Yuumi not coming on me, but I believe that it's her passive. She cannot attach to me if she got knocked up recently. Here, I'm not sure what I was looking at. Maybe the Echo rank, because he was talking shit. But as you can see, Echo is just practicing combos, right? He's not really playing to win. He's just like, ah, fuck it, set's there. Let's just practice some combos on him, see if we can get the kill. If not, I'll die. Who cares? That's kind of his mentality, I think. So I say, shut the fuck up, you ban Udyr, and complain about Yuumi. And then he says, this is low ELO, I can tell. Something like that, you know? It's just all nonsense, that fucking wishy-washy nonsense that doesn't need to be said. But sometimes I'm human, right? Sometimes I like to flame, let it out a little bit. So here I'm gonna E forward a ward, back up. Then he says, this is obviously super low ELO. Elise types LOL, you mad bitch boy. And then I typed bitch boy as well. Like, this is dark magic. Like, I'm literally, and then he dies, right? So it's like I'm trying to throw him off his game by verbally assaulting him. And sometimes there's strategy that works, But sometimes it's strategy that doesn't work because sometimes players has given up and you don't need to talk to him because he's already given up. But as soon as you start talking, he lifts his chair up, he fucking gets more intense and plays to win, right? But this guy, he opened the conversation by saying some shit, so I just wanted to respond. So here, this is a matter of using your camera to see if the fight is worth taking. I look again. Nah, Casson died. Nah, nah. It's just like it's a decision made on the fly, and I decide not to go. I don't think it's worth it with Casson and dead. And even if my teammates are like, "Oh, you should have been there," blah blah blah. They didn't this time, but sometimes you'll get that. I just say you don't need to say anything. Just whatever. It's all good. Ignore them. Here, I don't know. Caitlyn's like she wasted her E. It's just the ELO, right? She was trying to like practice her combo on us. Obviously, it didn't work. Now that her E's down, she gets pile drive by set, and the game is 15-6. So we picked it up, right? They're throwing a little bit, but if I let Rengar, snowball this game by ganking me so much, this game might have been a little bit differently. Here, I'm like, oh, we can kill Wukong once I get my damage off, and right around here is when the game is like, okay, these guys seems like they're giving up, right? Even Elise is flaming, Echo in all chat. But yeah, this is how you want to play when you get ganked, right? You just want to be hyper aware that the opportunity to get ganked is gonna always be there. So you just have to play accordingly, right? Give up CS for EXP and don't overextend because you're upset or emotional about getting ganked, or like don't flame a jungler for getting ganked, and like your jungler literally did Rift, gets a kill top side, and then Rengar ganks you, right? So it's like not the time or place to flame Elise at all. Try to keep that in mind. You shouldn't be flaming anyone. So I buy my Triforce, finish the boots, buy 2 pink wards. Okay, so this is a spot where we sniffed out the Baron. Elise pings Mia on the Baron, but Dragon's about to spawn. So sometimes players, me for sure, if the Dragon spawns and I know that the enemies are gonna go to Drake, I immediately do Baron. It's just such a play that if the enemy team's not paying attention, it's a free Baron, right? And most of the time, the wards, if the other team is ahead, the wards will be around Drake, right? The wards will not be around Baron. So it gives you the free opportunity to take Baron because all the wards are here, right? If the support is playing proper, right? Properly warding. So here I'm like, oh, they actually can be doing Baron, and we'll see. Okay, that boom, we see them doing Baron. Okay, now it's time to stop this, right? So how do we approach this without dying? Q. Okay, no one's in there. They could have actually walked in there. Lux could have easily stood right here, had this warded, queued over the wall, and then I'm dead, right? But these guys aren't really thinking. I just queued forward. Nobody was in the bush, so I just walked forward, right? Yeah, I played a little bit greedy here, but hey, I didn't have pink ward to see the HP of the Baron. And then boom, as soon as I see Lux use her Q, I knew that it was free, right? Boom, done, easy. So yeah. Play it safe here. You want to queue the brushes just in case. I pinked ward. Echo died to Baron. I don't know. I feel like Echo just started troll. As soon as Echo started typing, it was like a green light. Okay, this player is obviously tilted and he's not going to be playing well, and it shows, right? But sometimes that's all of what it takes to win these games, right? It's just not tilting, right, and not giving up. Report Echo, right? It's like, how do you die to Baron, right? Like when there's 2 others doing it with you, right? It doesn't make any sense. They kill Kassadin. I think they take Drake too. Maybe we got the Drake. I'm not sure. But sometimes that's gonna happen, like as soon as we went to Baron, Rengar directly went to Drake. So how can I be in both places at the same time? The answer is no. So you just have to choose one, right? And obviously Baron is the better choice. Yeah, I saw someone in my Twitch chat. What's up, K9? Shout out to K9. Trade me Machoke. I see Echo here. I know that Echo's probably gonna all in me. That's he's like a little drone, right? So I just back up here. I don't need to ego stat check the Echo, even though he might be behind. I really don't need to ego stat check him. Third item, I don't know what to build third item. We could check quickly. Most of the games end before 2 items anyways. Shirelia's, right? Shirelia's. Or not Shirelia's. Serla does. I can't even pronounce this, to be honest. A stupid ass name. Whoever names this fucking stupid. Probably named it after their son or daughter or something like that. The devs trolling. They'll use the Baron buff to push the lane. So we push the lane in. I'm alone, but I know I'm pretty much good here because my teammates are working. Oh, there is Wukong. Never mind, I'm not good here. So, yeah, I played a little bit too aggressively here, and I tried to swag with my E as well. So, right here, I was hoping that he flashed over the wall or something, right? It looks bad, but I took a little risk. I gambled it. Right? I could eat over and escaped because he had to run the long way, right? So it's an easy escape. But I thought that if I move towards here and then E the other direction, he would flash over the wall, try to kill me, right? You get greedy, right? But the play didn't work, and it sucks that it didn't work. But it's not a big deal, man. To be honest, like these guys, this Wukong should not be killing me, right? He should be focused on what's happening middle. We're like literally sieging tier 3 and he's like in a side lane trying to chase the ADC. It's just a bad macro play by him. He's just unskilled at the game, to be honest. Not You're supposed to be defending your turrets, right, with your team. When they have Baron buff and like not be chasing for kills, because this is what happens, right? Like you chase for the kill but your team gets ravaged and then you lose inhibs and then shortly after the game, right? So here I'm just typing to my chatter. And then Kassadin scales up, Yumi scales up, Sed's doing his thing as well, scaling up. I'm just, at this point, I'm just, having fun because I know the game's over. But yeah, hopefully, any of this advice helps, especially for, like the mindset about, getting camped, especially around this ELO, because it can be very, very frustrating when the game starts. It's 2-6. There, I got promoted gold 1. It's 2-6. You started E. And you got ganked twice by Rengar, right? It's like such a weird, not a weird start, but sometimes you're going to be seeing this kind of stuff, right? So just rewind it back to the spot where it looks pretty doomed here. So after this gank, right? So right here. Just remember, keep your mind focused on the win. Don't get tilted. Don't get upset. It's surprising that Rengar's here. Like, where's Lux, man? I really want to know, actually. But yeah, don't give up when the score is 2-6 and you're getting camped, right? Like you can still win 100%. Don't be the guy that puts your team behind because of your emotions, right? Always want to go for the win. And with that, hopefully these advice helps, and good luck on the Rift, man.